Yes, sir.
Recording in progress.
So we are going to discuss new topic, BIP reports. First of all, we will discuss on the comparison of the BIP reports with the OTPA. Comparison or difference between OTPA and hmm? So most of the time when I am attending interviews now, these questions they are asking. So why we have to create the OTPA report? Why not BIP? So what is there in the BIP reports? What's not there in the OTPA reports? So that and all we'll discuss now. OTPA. So OTPA and BIP both are reporting tools only, guys. So OTPA and BIP both are reporting tools only. So OTPA mainly for small, uh, uh, just mainly for graph, pie chart, vertical bars. So BIP also we can implement, but not much scope. So OTPA we can implement. We can implement in dashboard. We can implement dashboard on infolets. We can implement dashboard on infolets. BIP. So BIP we cannot implement dashboard on infolets. Okay. And OTPI we don't have busting feature. BIP we have busting feature. So what I mean by busting feature, I will explain guys when we start the busting, when we start the BIP report. BIP report in the busting concept, I will explain. Okay. So this busting feature not there in the OTPI. That is one thing. OTPI cannot support ESS job. OTPI cannot support ESS job, but BIP ESS jobs. So this ESS job busting everything. So just I'm explaining the comparison. Large amount of data also, large amount of data. And large amount of data not possible in OTPI. Maybe we can handle large amount of maybe we can handle large amount of data. So here we don't have multiple templates to build the report. BIP multiple templates to here we have multiple that, but we have multiple templates too. We don't have multiple templates here. We have multiple templates to build the report. So what are the multiple templates? Here we have RTF template, eText, XSLT, XSLT, Excel based. Okay. So there are the main difference between the OTBA and BAP base. Some topics maybe you are not catching that bursting is a job. These templates, general, you may not be understand at this moment, but we will cover all these concepts, guys. But these infolettes, dashboards, pie charts, critical bars, graphs, so the general we have covered in the OTBA, dashboards, infolettes, so the general we have covered. So someone will ask an interview, you can say this answer, guys. So this is the difference between the OTBA and BIP. At this moment, any question you can ask me, guys. At this moment, any question you can ask me.
Like OTBA, we support the graph. It is easy to show the report like a graphical end, whereas in BIP it doesn't show.
Yeah, BIP also we can develop, but there is no much scope here. Scope not there. Scope not there means we can implement, but very less options available in the BIP. Graph, pie charts, vertical bars, we can implement in the BIP, but scope is very less.
Okay.
Scope means features. Features is very less compared to OTBA. So in BIP, first thing is to develop BIP report. We need to install the BIP software in your local system. BA publisher software in your local system. So when you install the BA publisher software in the local system, you will get in the Word, you will get the BA publisher icon. Microsoft Word and Microsoft Tools, you will get the BA publisher option. So using this BA publisher option, we are going to develop the report. Understand, right? So if you go to the so if you go to the Excel also, you will get the BA publisher option. So using this BA publisher option only, we are going to develop the report. I'll share the software you can install in your machine. Someone is asking some questions. Okay. To develop the BIP report, we need to install the BIP desktop software in your local system. So when after you install, it will display. After install, it will display BA publisher option in the MS Word. MS Word, Excel. So using those options, We will develop the BIP report. Using those options, we will develop the BIP report. Understand? Not. Hmm? Following on, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I will share I will share that to you in the WhatsApp group. You can install that. But that software installation is a little bit tricky, guys. It is not straightforward. It is completely for your Windows version and your MS Office version. Some compatible issues are coming, but you just give a try. Hmm? Even some systems it will easily install. Some systems we are facing trouble, but we need to give the trial. We need to give a trial and error only. So I have one DBA with me, so he will help on that. If in case if you are facing trouble in the installation of the base publisher software in your system, but maximum 70-80% of the people can able to install, but remaining 20% of the people are facing trouble in for installation of the B publisher software. Hmm? Okay. Now navigation for the BIP report. Navigation for BIP report development. So same like OTP, how we are developing tools, reports and analytics, tools, reports, analytics, Rose catalog, Rose catalog, data model.
Like
Sure.
Excel, we can't we create in Google Sheets, sir? BIP reports.
Excel?
Like ఎప్పుడు MS Word, Excel లాగా మన గూగుల్ షీట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా దాంట్లో కూడా చేయొచ్చా BIP report?
Yeah, yes, that is possible. But Google Sheet, I don't think so. That software should be plugged in, na? The Google Sheet, you will not able to plug in this software, right?
Okay.
So this software must be installed in your machine. But Google Sheet, how you are going to map this software is difficult, right? I don't think that is possible. But such kind of things you can do in the Microsoft Excel. Hmm? Such kind of thing. Okay. Let me show you now. So which instance working? Yes,
They have 22, sir.
they have done it together. Okay. So dot.
అరే పెళ్ళి శుభాకాంక్షలు రా అరే 10వ తారీఖు
So if you see now how to do the navigation for the BIP report. Tools, reports and analytics. Browse catalog. create data model. Correct. So this is the navigation page. For every BIP report, we have two files will be there. A data model file, two report file. For the BIP report, we have two files will be there. One is data model file, another one is report file. Data model file will be XDM. Report file XDM. For every BIP report, we have two files will be there. Data model file and report file. Data model file XDM, report file XDO. Understand or not? For every BIP report, we have two files will be there. Data model file and
What is
report
that
file.
abbreviation there? BMSG.
XDM means XML data manager. XML data object. XDM means XML data manager. XDO means XML data object. Okay. So this is the important thing. So note, after you create the data model, so data model creation will be taken care by SQL, Excel, CSV, web services. So data model creation will be taken care by SQL, Excel, CSV, web services, etc. So the data of the report will come from the data model, guys. How many ways you can create the data model in the report? So I will show you this. SQL query, LDAP, MDX query, analysis, HTTP, view object, web services, CSV, Excel, XML. So this many ways we can create the data models. But in our classes, we are going to call SQL query, Excel, CSV, like that. So most of the time we will use the SQL query only, guys. 90% of the cases we will use the SQL query. So from here only we will know the joins and all this thing. Join, how to do the joins, how to write the subqueries, how to write the query, and how to bring the standard Oracle tables to get the data. So those only we are going to cover using the SQL. And using analysis I have shown already. Correct or not? I have created one OTBA report. I have converted the OTBA report to BIP. So you remember or not? I have shown, but one of the class I have shown in the OTBA classes. Okay. At this moment, any question you can ask me, guys. So every report we must map the data model. So after you develop the data model, we need to map the data model to report. So without data model, report cannot be created. Without data model, we cannot create the. Without data model, we cannot create the report. Without data model, we cannot create the report. So every report we must map the data model. Without data model, we cannot create the report. Understand or not? Hello. Okay. Now, so BIP report we can create in two ways. A, using report editor. B, using report editor and guide me option. So using the report editor is the ultimate option. Ultimate means anything is possible. So using report editor, anything is possible, guys. Using report editor, anything is possible. Guide me option only for just only a few options available. Guide me option only few options available. Only single template. Only single template. So using report editor, we have multiple features. Using report editor, we have multiple features and multiple templates. You can plug in. So using report editor, we have multiple features and multiple templates we can plug in. So BIP report we can get in two ways. One is using report editor and guide me option. So using report editor is the ultimate option. So anything is possible by using report editor. So guide me option only for a few options available. So this guide me option, we don't require BIP software. We don't require any BIP software to develop the guide me. So to develop the report which is complex, that cannot be handled in the guide me. Only simple reports we can achieve using the guide me option. So this is usually called as interactive report. Interactive reports in BIP. So interactive reports we can develop using the guide me option. So this guide me option to develop the report in guide me option, we don't require any BIP software installed in your machine. We don't require any BIP software installed in your machine when you are developing the report using guide me. Following on, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So using report editor, we have multiple features and multiple templates we can plug in. So that and all we'll see now. So let's start the one simple report today. Then we will see complex also coming days. So at this moment, any questions you can ask me. So I have discussed about the differences between the OTP and BIP, and I have discussed about the software required to develop the BIP report. I'll share that software in the group, WhatsApp group. To develop the BIP report we required, so we need to go to this navigation. So for every BIP report, we have two files are there. One is XDM and another one is XDO. For every data model creation, data model creation will be taken care by SQL, Excel, CSV, web services, etc. So every report we must map the data model. Without data model, we cannot create the report. BIP report we can create in two ways. One is using report editor, another one is guide me option. BIP report we can create in two ways. One is using report editor, another one is guide me option. Understand?
Sir, can you explain about this XML data manager and XML data object once again?
That is only file extension.
Yeah, okay.
So that is the file extension I am talking about. So for
Ah,
example,
okay.
when you create the Word document, it will be .doc, right?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Same like is when we create the data model, so the file extension with XDM. So the file
Yes,
extension of the report is XDO, XML data object,
like .csv. Okay.
like .csv, something like that.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Sir, using the report editor and guide me is important, but more features in using report editor. Why it is guide me is important.
For example, we have a televisions are there. In television, if you go for Sony, only Sony we have only one model will be there, multiple models will be there. Tell me.
One model.
Multiple models or only one model?
Multiple models, sir.
Multiple models.
Why multiple model? Why not only one model? Sony company.
Every model there will be a different features, sir.
Same like this. Same like this. So maybe if you go for Sony, maybe Sony 1.1 some model, Sony 2.1 some model will be there. Some models will be there or not. So maybe you like 1.1, I like 2.1, maybe other people like 3.1 something. Because the features are different, guide me features are different, report editor features are different. So for example, the client has given the requirement matches only guide me, you can go with the guide me. Why you will go for the report editor? You don't require any software installation required, software for guide me, right? Same way, if I like 1.1, I can go with the 1.1 with all the features I like, then I can purchase this one. Got it, no?
Yes. Okay.
So that means whatever the client has given the requirement, if the client requirement satisfied this guide me, then we'll develop the report in the guide me. Okay. First, we will start one simple report. So using users table. Users table. So what we will do, we are going to take the client will give the column names like this: username, user ID, creation date. Username, user ID, creation date. Username, user ID, creation date. So first of all, so whenever you develop any report, right, in the real time, client or functional consultant must show the front end screen or sample data. In the real time, client or functional consultant must show the front end screen or sample data for any report development. So this is where our students are struggling. So whenever you get the report requirement, right? Look, client or functional consultant will give only report columns. Columns they will give, but you have to ask, so where is the front end screen? Where is the front end screen? So if you know the front end screen, if you ask them to create some sample data in the front end screen, then only that will be easy for us to find out the columns data and table names.
They will be provided, sir, to us. I mean, if we ask in front end screen,
100% that
we
is their
will.
responsibility. That is their responsibility to provide the front end screen. For every report, definitely front end screen will be there.
Okay, sir.
So you have to ask the functional consultant in the company. Client we cannot ask, but some companies functional consultant will not be there. So that time we need to ask the client to show the front end navigation for front end navigation. So whatever the fields are there, for example, user screen is there. So for example, user screen. Let me go to the tools, security console. So for every column, whatever I am showing, right, role code, assignable, auto provision, some options I'm showing, right. So all the columns from whatever I'm showing here. So definitely backend, we have a separate columns will be there. First name, last name, email, phone number, username, password. So these all the columns mapped with the backend one table will be there. Role code, assignable, auto provision. For every column, whatever it is showing there, definitely table will be mapped. So if you are whatever you feel here, definitely. So the table backend table we need to find out. So if you know the front end screen navigation, then only you can easily find, right. So tables and whatever the sample data we have entered here. When you press the save and close, so the data will be stored into some table. So if you know the front end, then only you can easily identify whether our data from front end to be mapped to backend table or not, right?
Yeah.
So that is the real starting of the class only I said. So every fusion screen behind that some tables will be there. For example, this is a user. User means users table will be there. Roles means roles table will be there. For example, if you see this screen, my client group, maybe procurement. So if you create the purchase order, if you create the requisition, if you create the receipt, so every if you create the supplier, so every screen behind that, so suppliers. If you go to the supplier, for example, I want to create the one supplier, create supplier. Supplier. So this is the supplier screen. So this is the supplier screen. Supplier business relationship, tax organization type, tax country, tax registration number. So there are the columns. Understand or not?
Yes, sir.
So for example, if you enter the data here, click on create. So definitely the data of whatever you entered here, so that will be saved into one standard Oracle tables. So in the Oracle Fusion SaaS instance, we cannot create custom tables. So we cannot create our own tables in the Oracle Fusion SaaS instance. Same way, I'm going to enter. Okay, so I will create new supplier. Supplier name something first.
Tiket kita, teknik nama jatuh. Boleh ngomong.
Tax registration number.
What is your name?
Tax payment. Nice number.
The scooty recommended kita. Padai. Padai semua, bayi semua.
Next number. 912. 912. Something. Take this test supplier. So I have updated the data, right? Test supplier zeros, supplier number, something it is there right here. Now you go to the backend table. SQL query. Supplier info. Just this name can be renamed. You need to check whether whatever I have created the supplier information stored in the backend table or not. First name. There. Vendor name. Click on it. This is the instance history. So this is the instance history. So this case, we need to relog. This name can be renamed. See, whatever I have created the data in the front end, whatever I have created the data, right? It is stored in the table or not? Hello?
Yes.
So like that, every screen behind that, some tables are there. So how I know that the supplier's data will store into this table. So you go to the Googling or you go to the Fusion Apps OER. So there you will find. So the identification of the tables is tough job, guys. But 90% of the columns it is straightforward. But maybe 2, 3, 4, maybe 2 to 3 columns you may not find. But we need to find out some research on that. Cloud application. So you need to search here. Tables and views. Tables and views for procurement. Tables and views for procurement. So now if you see purchasing tables, procurement tables, sourcing tables, suppliers, supplier portal, like that. So go to the suppliers. So you need to go here, suppliers, per POJ suppliers, you can search. And go to the views also. POJ suppliers, that is what I have shown just now, right? So POJ suppliers with the view. So now these are the columns available. For example, supplier addresses table. This is the supplier addresses information will be there. So it's just like the naming convention, guys. Supplier means you need to find the supplier tables. Customer means customer related tables will be there. Users means user related tables will be there. For users, what you will do, you need to find out the HCM model. For users, you need to find out the HCM model. For example, we'll create tables and use for HCM. Global human resource. Per underscore users. So you may ask question, per LDAP users also one of the table, right? Why not you are not using per user? So that is the reason I'm clearly telling guys. If the client or functional consultant will show the sample data. So that sample data matches this table or this table. So you need to check that table matching functional consultant has given the data. If the data matches, then you can consider this is the table. Otherwise, you create one record in the front end. You maybe functional consultant will create one record in the front end. Just now I have shown, right, how to create the record in the front end. So that record will store into this table or this table. Definitely one of the table will store. So you need to find out the table and write the query to pull the columns and data and develop the report. So that kind of research we need to do. So because it is not straightforward, because no one will not know all the tables, no one will not know all the screens. So in our class also we are going to discuss almost 8 to 10 reports I am going to show. Okay. So with that knowledge only, you have to search tables, views, and which data is matching in the which table. So this is little not straightforward, guys. It is this BIP reports tables are not straightforward. So that is the way our students are struggling. But so that is why Oracle has given the options. We need to find out the research. Not only here, guys. For example, I want to search the suppliers table. You search in the Google. Supplier.
Hello.
Yeah.
Is there any option available in Fusion to check the table name from front end?
No, that is not there. In EBS older version, we had
Yes, yes.
option. But
Yeah,
in the
EBS
Fusion,
is like option available in the help diagnostic.
yeah. But in the Oracle Fusion, we don't have such option. Maybe in the future releases, they may give, but as of now, there is no.
Okay, only check on Google Help.
Check on Google Help under this OER.
Okay.
OER.
Okay.
So you search app supplier tables in Oracle Fusion. Now it will come. Understand or not? Don't worry, guys. We are going to discuss almost 30-35 classes in the BIP reports. This is the starting of the class. So first we will start with the basics. Then we'll start the complex VIP reports also in the coming classes.
Sir, in real time, what is the usual SLA to submit the report?
Which one?
Like in real time, what is the SLA to submit the remote report? Like,
So
as
SLA, see, if the client has given the more validations, more columns, and more conditions are there, then more data formats they have given. So then you have to say around 8 days. If it is simple report, just 4 or 5 columns are there, PDF output, just you can say 2 days time, not 2 days time. That's it. So that is completely. I cannot tell that if they give the report, we cannot blindly say 3 days, 2 days. So first we need to do POC, guys. POC. If that POC taking time, then definitely you have to say more time for develop the report. If it is simple report, you can take less amount of time. If it is complex report, you have to tell more. You have to say that it will take time and take good amount of time and start the development. So that's all for today. Tomorrow, we'll continue. Thank you.
Thanks.
నోట్లో పెట్టుకుని వాంతి చేసుకొని తినదంతా. నువ్వేనా? ఏంటి నాకు దగ్గు వస్తుంది, తట్టుకోలేకపోతుంది నేను. అంతే, చాలు చాలు, వద్దు ఇంక నోట్లో వెళ్ళి వద్దు. బ్లెస్ ఏది? అక్కేదమ్మా, మీ అక్కేదమ్మా. నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు కొట్టమ్మా ప్లీజ్ అమ్మ తల్ల. నువ్వు ఉంటుందేనమ్మా, నువ్వు మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. ఏంటి? పో బండి వేసుకొని రా, పో బండి వేసుకొచ్చుకో. పెద్దోడా, ఇదో పెద్దోడా, పెద్దోడా, ఇది చూడు పెద్దోడా. నాయన ఉంటారు కదా చెల్లి, ఇది చేస్తాను. నాయనో నాయనో, అమ్మో అమ్మా చాలు, నాకు మేకప్ ఎత్తవా ఇప్పుడు? ఏ మేకప్? అక్క ఓ పక్కన ఓ పక్క జిట్టు పీకుతారట మేకప్ అంటే. చాలు చాలేమో నీ మేకప్ జనం. ఇగో తాతలు కంట ఈరోజంట తాతలు పెళ్లి రోజు శుభాకాంక్షలు చెప్పండి మీరు ఇద్దరు కలిసి. మా అమ్మ నాయన ఈ ఆరాధ్య నా ముక్కు పగలకపోయా చెప్తున్నాడమ్మా వంట. అదిగో చెప్పు. అగో మీకు చెప్పింది వినపడిందా? ఆరాధ్య మీకు పెళ్లి రోజు శుభాకాంక్షలు చెప్పింది. ఏదో పోయిందమ్మో, బొక్కలో దూరింది అదే. అమ్మాయి మర్చిపోయా, హలో అమ్మాయి, ఇలా రాణి పిన్నిది కూడా పుట్టినరోజు అమ్మాయి. ఇలా మొన్న రాణి పిన్నిది కూడా పుట్టినరోజు. అలా ఆపండి ఒకసారి, ఉండండి రా మీరు ఒక నిమిషం ఉండ. అమ్మాయి అయితే ఏమైంది దానికి? అమ్మో అరే గుర్తులే, రేపు అనుకుంటున్నారా? నేను కాదత్తా, నేను అది అడిగి వాట్ హ్యాపీ కాదు, నేను దాన్ని అడిగి ఏమైంది అని అడిగితే అది రిప్లై ఇవ్వాల నాకు. రాణి పిన్నికి ఏమైంది? బాగునే ఇక మేకప్ వేస్తుంది. ఇదే మేకప్ అంటున్నా. చాలు చిన్నోడా, జిడ్డు వేగ మాకండి చిన్నోడు. ఆడో పక్క నువ్వు ఓ పక్క ఉన్న 4 ఇంటికి కూడా వేగండి. చాలా లెక్కిసి పెడతాం, లిప్కిస్ వద్దురామ్మా. చాలు పెట్టు, చాలు చాలు చాలు. చాలు పెట్టారా నేను కూడా పెట్టా చాలు ఉన్నాను రా జుట్టు వేగ మాట్లాడరా అమ్మాయి నిన్ను అడుగుతూ మాట్లాడవేమే నువ్వు రాణి పిన్నికి ఏమైంది అని అడుగుతున్నా నిన్ను ఏమన్నమ్మాయి ఆ పిల్ల పెట్టింది ఆ వీడియో అరే ఇలా వాళ్ళ అమ్మ పుట్టినరోజు అని పెట్టిందే వాట్సాప్ స్టేటస్లో వచ్చింది స్టేటస్లో వచ్చింది రా పెద్దడా చిన్నడా నేను ఇలా పుట్టినరోజు అయితే ఫస్ట్ దాని ఫోటో కాదు దాని పిల్లలు చిన్నదాని ఫోటో పెట్టారు తర్వాత అది ఫోటో కింద రికవరీ అవ్వాలి త్వరగా మన ఎదురుకి స్కూటీ ఎక్కి తిరగాలి త్వరగా కోరుకోవాలని దేవుని కోరుకున్నానని పెట్టింది నేను అమ్మ నాయనో ముగ్గురు రండి కొడుకొచ్చినోడా నడవాలి ఏదో అయింది ఆమెకి నాకు తెలిసి స్కూటీ మీద కింద పడిందేమో కింద పడి ఉంటుంది అమ్మాయి తినవారా రేషన్ అన్నం ఏం కూరరా చికెనా ఎగ్గా చికెనేగా మరి ఆడిరా చికెన్ నీకు వండుకున్నారా సరే అయితే మొహం అంటే చూపిరా చెప్పున్నానా ఏనమ్మా మాట్లాడలేదు నీతో నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు నమ్మవా నా మాట ఇప్పుడు నుంచో పెట్టినా నేను అదే చెప్తున్నాను ఇక నేను ఎలా నుంచో చూపిస్తాను అమ్మాయి ఇది చూసుకో అమ్మాయి బాగునే ఈరోజు మొదలు గోడ మొదలైందా? మేము పోతున్నాం కదా. అయ్యో అయ్యో ఇక్కడ కడుగు కానీ లే నేను కొడుకొని పెద్దవాడు ఉంటా కానీ సరేలో ఉంటా. మామ ఫోన్ చేస్తాను నాకు. హలో హలో చెప్పు శ్రీనివాసులు. చిన్న మనవరాలు ఉండరా నాన్న ఇప్పుడుదా అల్లరా. ఇప్పుడుదా ఒక ఆమె నా జుట్టు పీకింది, ఒక ఆమె ఎక్కి తొక్కింది. అది కథ. ఇప్పుడుదా రేష్మకు వీడియో కాల్ మాట్లాడాలి. ఏం చేస్తున్నావు? ఫోన్ చేయలేదని మధ్యాహ్నం. ఏమైంది రాత్రి? నువ్వేదో అన్నావు అంతా. ఎందుకు అన్నావు? ఏం చేయలేదు. ఎవరు ఎవరు గడ్డలు నేర్చుకోండి. ఉన్నాయి మళ్ళీ రేపటి నుంచి వరుసగా 2 రోజులు శనివారం లాగా. ఆడికి వీక్లాగా దేంట్లో కింద ప్యాంట్ అవుతుంది. వీక్లాగా దేంట్లో వెళ్ళిపోయినా ప్యాంట్ అవుతుంది. అర్థమైందా? ఆడికి అట్ట పట్టింటారు. అంత ప్యాంట్ మధ్యాహ్నం గ్లాస్ మీకు గట్టిగా పెట్టుంటే మనుషులు చేతికి రావు. ఇట్లా అదే